Hey, Tony Gas is here. Now y'all gotta forgive me because I'm driving and you're wanting to pop on in. And so we made us on a trip. And me, one thing about me now, I love me a road trip. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of our supporters. You know, working with these boys. We're supposed to have a Chicago trip coming up Wednesday. Not sure if I'm gonna make it or not, just because of, you know, funding and things of that nature. But then also the boys, you know, we low on boys because of just the bodies and injuries and all of those things. But for me, it's about them. A lot of people think about on the basketball side, oh, if you go and you lose all the games, it's a bad look for the brand. And it's like, these are kids, and this is a game. What we talking about is life. What we talking about is bigger than a game. And then also, it's like a loss is a lesson. Like if all you do is win all the time, and you don't learn how to lose and bounce back, you set yourself up for failure, because there's loss in life. Loss of your loved ones, loss of your job, loss of your friends, loss of your own health. Like, there's loss in life. And if you don't know how to lose and keep going, it's finna be terrible for you. So, love the experience, love being able to be a blessing to the boys, love being able to show them some things and have them experience things that they've never seen. Like, think about it as an adult. Like, I want you to think about it as an adult. Like, how many adults do you know have had 3 different chefs come in and cook for them over a 5-night period, and had a total of 4 chef prepared meals out of a 5-day period? Like, that honestly was a first for me. That was the first for me. I done had like one chef come and prepare meals for a few days in a row, but to have 3 different chefs and 4 different chef prepared meals in that little bit of time, that was a first for me. So of course it's a first for my staff, it's a first for the boys, and that just was a blessing. And my thing is, like, they're gonna remember that for the rest of their life. So when they grow up and they make money and they start a travel team, they're gonna look to do the same thing. They're gonna pay it forward, and they're gonna be like, hey, I got to experience this as a kid, as a teenager, and I know what it meant for me. So I want you to experience it, and that's gonna be the case. And then we marketed them to college coaches, and that's the goal: get them to a college, get them in college, and be able to talk to them, reach out to them, talk to them. I continue to mentor them, and it just ain't about wins and losses. And so that's what got to realize and understand. So I've been on the road, so my mind has been there. But on this here drive that I'm on, which I could have flew, but I just chose to drive just so I could clear my head and talk and be able to process some things. And I'm gonna, I'll be back to my other videos and addressing the topics and the questions and things at hand that I receive. But we still, if it happens by Monday, by the end of Monday, that we raise all the funds that we need, or if I have me a donor that come through and makes up the difference, then we're gonna do Chicago 17th through the 20th. Even if we gotta fly in 6 a.m. on the 17th and play that day. Y'all forgive me, I got an exit coming up here. 177. Bypass I-75, bypass the I-75 south Valdosta. And so if we have to fly in early that morning and play that day, we'll do it. We'll do what we got to do. But make it happen. make it happen. And so, but I know some parents, they kind of like, man, we don't want to go. We ain't got no players. We ain't got enough players. But it just is what it is. We ain't have enough players, and the guys still played well. Just we didn't do a lot of coaching. And so I'm not a coach, and I don't study basketball like that. So it's one of those things where if I got to be the head coach, I don't know. We might struggle. But I want you to think about, and I said this one time before, and a lady, she wrote me, she was like, Tony, we got together. Me and my people, we got together and we fed the homeless some pizza. And I want you to think about that. Like, how can you be a blessing in this world? And of course, before I really got going in something like this, I was sowing into other people's ministries. So it's like, yes, if you absolutely don't have the bandwidth, the support, or the ability to directly put your hand onto the plow and work the field, then sow into somebody else's ministry. And I believe that's why some people sow into mine, because they haven't started their nonprofit yet, or they're not in a time, in a place, in a position to go, all out with that. But you don't have to go all out in the sense of having everything together. You could do something small. Like if you look at your paycheck and you say, hey, I can afford 5 loaves of bread. You could get 5 loaves of bread, make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and go down to the part of town where the homeless stay and sneak out there and hand out them sandwiches. You could buy a thing of chips and a thing of water and make in brown bags and put the peanut butter and jelly, chips, and water in the brown bag and go hand them out. Get somebody that'll go with you so you don't get snatched up or nothing, and go hand them out. If all you can hand out, make as many as you can. And then if you have too many, give them 2. Give some people 2 of them, and go from there. I got a client, Natasha. She's a cook, and so she took and cooked up some chicken, some rice, white rice and peas. It could have been curry chicken, brown stew chicken, and put it on a little table. Maybe some cabbage was in there. Set up a table, set up the food, went down the area where the homeless stay, and hand out plates of food till all that food was gone. Hand out a place of food. Listen, God smiles upon that. God look at that with love in his heart. And God gonna show up and show out on your behalf when you serve others. And this was a blessing, and shout out to Brittany. I'm bad with names, so y'all forgive me. But shout out to Brittany and Courtney, because Courtney set up Moby Chef to come to the house, and Brittany came and cooked 2 meals herself. And there's a difference in having a woman cook versus having a man cook. The men, their presentation was just, blah. But Brittany, her presentation, that was next level. When she had that thing set up, that thing was next level. Presentation was just as good as the food was. I say, boy, you better be glad I don't live in Atlanta, because I hire Brittany full time. She'll be at the house cooking dinner every day. She'll be, I don't even need the presentation, but that was great. I put that in the story on Tony Gaskins' Elite page and on my page. Y'all in Atlanta, you gotta hire Brittany. Just even for your little girls' night, for your family, for whatever. That was just a great experience. But hey, I got some more videos coming. We about to touch on some things. We'll talk about some things while I got this here ride going. So the video gonna be going up, if the service allow me, just 10-minute videos. God bless you. We still trying to put our best foot forward for Chicago if we make it. If the Lord been good to you, The link is in the description. If we don't make it, we're going to go to something else. We'll do Disney World just to do it, just to get out the house. Yeah, they too old for Disney. The line is long, but just to go out there and walk around and eat, have the TGE shirt on. We sit out there and talk, chill, whatever. We'll do Disney if we don't raise enough money for the trip. But hey, God bless you. And I'll be right back to you.